2 excavators here today. Smile.
Carlos.
Say hello.
Dame videos ahí de tu fobia.
What's the matter? You don't like the camera? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah. Basically done with the stone. We're just doing some ramp preparation here. He's just moving some of that stone this way. It's out of the way when the trucks come in. There's Leo.
What the fuck? You working or what?
That's Leo. And he's never working. Leo is a professional at looking like he's busy, but he never really is. But he looks busy, but he isn't. So now that the stone is all in, they're putting in the height stakes and the final grades. Once he's done moving some of this stone, we're going to save it for the driveways at a later date. Hopefully it doesn't get too destroyed. It's about, the high temperature today is about 27 degrees. The only reason we're doing these slabs today is because they're basically rat slabs. They're going to be covered with tile. We need to get it done so they can start framing the house up. So unfortunately, the next 2 weeks are going to be like this. So this was actually one of the better days of the week. Tomorrow, the high is only going to be about 19. So today, at least it's going to get up to 29, 30. So how do you feel in there with all of this cold weather?
It's nice and warm in here.
Oh,
relatively warm. It's about 35 degrees in here.
Oh, well. Must be because someone keeps the heat good in this machine.
35, that's it. If it were 55, the heat would be good.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, being that it's, what, 13 years old, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. It's a G Series, and G Series stand for good.
Yeah. All right. So that's basically it.
Okay, back to work.
Yeah. Okay, so the cement truck is here. We're pouring some cement. Did you make a good mix?
Sure.
Okay, good. You're a YouTube star now.
Yeah, okay.
Did you have your better driver? But anyway, since we're talking about freezing cold weather, let's talk about pouring concrete in the freezing cold. Here are the reasons why. First of all, it's all about the subbase. Once again, it goes back to subbase. If you pour in freezing temperatures, the ground is frozen underneath. Even if you put stone like we did, you're still going to have the frozen ground underneath. So what ends up happening is with frozen ground, when the ground freezes, it expands. And what ends up happening in that regard is now the dirt is higher than it should be. There's more mass to it. So even if you cover it with a layer of stone, it's not going to matter, okay? Because the heat of the concrete is eventually going to make its way down to the dirt, defrost it, and once the dirt becomes defrosted, it will then begin to move and go back to its original shape. This process is going to happen very quickly. So the cement is not going to be cured enough to hold itself. Now, many people are going to tell you that cement can hold itself up once it's cured, even if there's a hole underneath it. And this is true. That it won't if it's still fresh. So what winds up happening is you have that dirt defrosted. It now returns down to its original shape. The stone goes down with it and will take the concrete down as well. Now, we were not pouring on very thick frost. Maybe it was a ½ inch to an inch. It was not very, very cold. So with that being said, once we put the stone in the cement, we didn't get much settlement. Just a little bit of cracking along the footing, but that's it. But again, they're doing a mud job covering with tile. But if you were doing a finished product, you cannot pour on frozen ground. Because even if the temperature is, let's say, 45 degrees in the day, if the nighttime temperature is still 25, the ground you're pouring on is frozen. And once you pour that hot concrete, it's going to start to shift and move, and that's when you're going to start getting the cracks in your cement. If you didn't cover it and it did go below freezing that night, then the top is going to flash freeze. Basically, the water that you bring up with the troweling and then with the brooming, or even if you flow finish it, is going to freeze. And the top layer that's weakened by that freezing is going to start to pop off. So you're going to lose your finished product once the cement starts to thaw out and you get into the spring months. So unfortunately, unless you're doing a footing and a foundation, something not finished or something inside, pouring concrete in very, very cold weather is just not going to be something that you can do. So again, guys, as you see, it all comes down to the subbase. If the subbase is unstable and not good, then you're not going to have a good product. It's just the end result. I don't care how much steel you put. I don't care what chemicals you put in the cement. If you do not pour and get the base right and pour in good conditions, then, well, you might as well just forget it. You're going to have a failure of a product. So I hope this video has helped you out. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. And thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate it. And I hope that these videos are helping you out as much as I enjoy making them. Okay, guys, thank you. Talk to you later.